Now, earlier on, we spoke to the lovely ladies from the Kitchen Collective, Denise and Kim, to find out about their shared kitchen studio space and what it's all about. Now they bring us to the kitchen to give us a taste of what we can experience and what it's like cooking with them, featuring a sumptuous, delicious recipe from Denise's book called Around My Table. And this recipe is called a seared salmon with coconut and yuzu dressing. Just the name alone is enough to get your mouth watering. I'm very, very excited about this, ladies. And Denise, you were telling me earlier on that this book is inspired by your travels, your experiences in food, and all the journeys it's taken you through.
Absolutely. And this particular dish I tasted in Dubai a few years ago, and it just popped in my mouth. So I had to come back, and then I kind of made my own version of it while those food memories were still alive.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's get right into it. And you've got Kim here assisting.
Okay.
And you two know exactly how you... Pretend this is the Kitchen Collective here, and you're going to show us what you guys do.
Okay, so we've taken a piece of salmon. We took 400 grams of salmon. We've used Norwegian, but you can certainly use local salmon trout as well. And we've cut it into half, and then we cling wrapped it in, and then put it into the fridge. You need to get your salmon really cold before you use it, because it's an oily fish, so it gets very soft.
Okay.
So we've done that already, and now we're going to cut it. The other thing that is very, very important is a very sharp knife. That is your friend. You cannot work in the kitchen without a knife, and this is a beautiful wasabi black knife. So we're going to cut this into little slices.
That's how you get those professional slices.
Yeah, absolutely.
A very, very sharp
And then I
knife.
think Kim will probably start with the daikon at the same time. Kim, you show them that.
What we have here is this very odd-looking vegetable. It's called a daikon, which is an Asian radish, and we're going to thinly slice it on a mandolin. So this mandolin will allow for very, very even slices,
yes,
which we will place on our platter, which will be the base for our beautiful salmon sashimi.
Are daikons readily available at where? I've never seen a daikon before.
In fact, Spar, a lot of the Spars
Yes.
carry them, yes,
Okay.
and even Woolworths, and all the Asian supermarkets have them. So it's
Excellent.
quite readily available nowadays. And you have to watch this mandolin. It is your best friend, but it does take off
a few fingers.
So yeah, we actually don't allow our guests to use it.
That's why you brought the extra large daikon. Just
Yeah.
good. Yes.
Okay, so you're going to pop those on there.
Cool.
I'm going to start making the topping. The topping is with fresh coconut, and it has lime, and it has chili, and it has shallot. Now, shallot is a milder form of a red onion, so it's slightly sweeter.
Okay.
And we've grated that. And we are doing lime and lime zest. So this is going to be the topping for our salmon sashimi. So
by the way, at home, if you've just tuned in, we're making a recipe from Denise's book, Around My Table, and it is a seared salmon with coconut and yuzu dressing. And the immediate question is, what is yuzu? But before you answer that, SMS the keyword fish to 33728. We'll send you the link to the recipe as well as the ingredients list, so you can try it out at home as well. So, yuzu, what is that?
Yuzu is a lime. It's a knobbly lime which has very large seeds and a tough skin. It's not readily available, and therefore the juice is very limited. A small amount of juice comes out of each one.
Okay.
It's widely used in Japan, but not so much here. It really has an incredible flavor. But if you can't find yuzu juice, you can use a lime. You know, we just get a little bit fancy.
Trees in your garden?
We wish.
So we just get a little bit fancy, you know, when we can be a bit chefy, we try. So
that looks amazing. Look at that.
So
it's already starting to smell.
And on the lime, Kim, just chat about that.
So this is our lime. When you zest something, this can become your best friend. It's almost like a mini zester or a microplane. And it's almost as if you were grating this lime to get the zest, and you're just getting just the green part without sort of the white bit, because the white bit's very bitter and not very tasty. So we're just going to put the lime inside there. And then while Denise is sort of layering our salmon sashimi there, so at our cooking experiences, you learn a lot of tips and tricks and sort of kitchen hacks. And this is one of our favorites that people love to see. Teaspoon and ginger, fresh ginger. To peel your ginger, you just use a teaspoon. And it works amazingly well. It doesn't take off a lot of the skin. And you can go over all the little knobbly bits. super, super, super easy. So it's a lovely, lovely one to learn.
I don't think that the person that invented the teaspoon ever thought that this might be one of the yeses, but this is brilliant.
Hey, don't underestimate the teaspoon inventor. So basically, we're going to take our fresh grated ginger, and you're going to grate it on yet another microplane. These are our best friends in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really are
They give it a
useful
beautiful
and handy.
consistency.
A beautiful, sort of a pulp.
Yeah.
And with the pulp, this is what you will get.
Huh?
And you will squeeze this pulp and get a beautiful, fragrant, very sharp juice.
Which is intense, very intense.
Okay.
And you
Enough
don't
to
get
cure-
any...
Enough to cure any kind of flu symptoms you might be
Oh,
suffering.
wonderful
Exactly.
for that, yes. Asian food is great for that because they
Yes.
really think about all of those things.
Okay, so we may be going to start getting onto our dressing, our
Yep.
yuzu dressing.
Yes.
So what we've got our yuzu, our lime juice here. We're going to add about 4 teaspoons into our ginger juice. I'm just eyeballing it
Here we
because
go.
I can.
Because you're a pro like that.
And then we've got mirin. So mirin is almost like a sweet, sort of very subtle vinegar. So we're going to put, again, 4 teaspoons, again, eyeballing it. And then soy sauce. Of course, how can you have Asian food without soy sauce, right? Okay, about a teaspoon there. And then Szechuan pepper. I don't know if you maybe want to give that a smell.
Okay.
Quite a fragrant, aromatic, sort of a pine nutty smell for a pepper. And we're going to put a pinch or 2, because we can.
Yes.
And then give it a little stir.
Lovely. All right, next up.
Perfect.
Okay, and then we're going to spoon that over.
Okay, so spoon it over.
Okay.
I mean, just the beautiful colours of the green and the white and the red.
So SMS the keyword fish to 33728 and we'll send you a link to the recipe as
And
well.
this is so simple. If you've got guests coming over, I mean,
Simple
this
as that.
you whip it up like this. You only gave us 4 minutes to cook. So
it looks absolutely just world-class fine dining right there.
And then the other thing we're going to put on the side of the plate now, of course, is ginger. It's very important to eat ginger when you eat raw fish. It's
Yes.
very good for the gut.
Okay.
Okay, and on the
I'm
top
ready,
for
my spoon
decoration,
already.
Are you
we
ready?
are using kaffir lime leaves, which we've shredded as well, which just adds another little zest, and it's a little bit of
Okay.
decor on,
All right.
on the top.
We have
And
to
that is
say
it.
thank you very, very much for this. Much appreciated. The book is out at all reliable bookstores
It
around
is,
my table.
absolutely.
And do check out the kitchencollective.co.za as I just delve into one of these pieces. I have to.
Zing, right?
Amazing.
Great.